ZYXWVUTSRQPO NMLKJIH, and you would be wondering why I'm doing that. So, to give you an idea, I was actually trying to learn the alphabets the other way around, kind of like a workout for the gray cells over here, not Mr. Gray. So, yeah, kind of a workout for the gray cells. Because the thing is that, from what I've been understanding, that there are so many beliefs, that there is so much that has been programmed and fed into us, that we have downloaded in ourselves without even questioning or without even wanting an answer for the same, and then trying to look for those answers outside of ourselves. So, in the work that we do, in the relationships that we have, in the relationships we don't have, in the wishes that have been fulfilled, in the desires that have yet to be fulfilled. So, in all of that, there is a whole lot of these programs that have been fed into us, which we are living on an everyday basis without even understanding as to why we are doing that. So the idea to to say the alphabets in the reverse order in probably the same speed or the same manner in which I would say it in the order that we've been programmed to learn, which is A B C D F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z. So yeah, so I said the very same thing in less than a breath. In less than a breath. And I could have repeated it probably twice around without even thinking about it. Now, once I have to go back, it's really difficult. And to go back at the same speed is a huge mountainous climb. And I'm trying to do that. So, what I was wondering was that there is another thing which we don't realize. Like when I'm writing my blogs, there are a lot of people writing down on their laptop or typing on their laptop or on their desktop. We don't even realize, most of us, I am not one of those people, I still have not reached that place, but most of us do not even have to look down at the keyboard to be able to understand where that alphabet is placed. And mind you, those alphabets are placed in a very random, haphazard manner. So, if our fingers, if the mind of every cell is able to pick up those alphabets, we need to understand how subconsciously we imbibe a lot of things without even understanding its value. And I would once again like to address over here that a lot of things I'm learning the other way around because of my daughter. She has been one of the best teachers that I could have asked for. So, in fact, she was the one who told me that we eat even the banana or an apple in a way that is not proper, probably not proper. So yes, we are consuming it, but we are consuming it very unconsciously. So in fact, the right way to eat a banana is to hold it through the harder part of the stem, which we generally do not hold. We hold it from the other side and we use the stem to peel it off. So the stem is meant to hold the banana and then eat it and then consume it from the other side. Likewise, an apple needs to be consumed from the smaller side and not from the fatter side, because that leads to less wastage and that leads to less messiness also. So there have been a lot of things that my daughter has been teaching me, and yes, I still do it most of the times very unconsciously, but I'm trying to get as much conscious as I probably can in trying to unlearn all of these things. So there are a lot of beliefs, there are a lot of things that we keep registering in ourselves that actually help us or lead us to making decisions that we probably are unaware of while making those decisions, or the way we live our lives, and why are we living the life the way we are living. So if we understand that the very first thing, if we can look into it, that the very first thing that we teach our child is the word no. And a no is said in a lot of ways. It's like no, 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 no. So we say the word no in a lot of ways. In fact, if we understand, we are trying to teach our kid to be defiant. The word no, when uttered, actually is saying defiance. So when we ourselves are teaching our kids to be defiant, why does it surprise us or why does it hurt us when the kid starts to say no to us as it starts to grow? Isn't that the very first word, a repetitive word that we have taught and trained the child into hearing for at least the first 4, 5, 6 years of the child's life in various ways, in various expressions? So, why do we then expect the child to be obedient without questioning? Obedience without questioning, when the very first thing we teach our child is to be defiant. And then we get upset about our own teachings because we don't even think about what we are teaching and what we are doing. So maybe it is time to actually start to reverse the way of learning. Maybe it is time to take out a little time and probably do some exercises. Like, I've also realized that the way we eat an orange, or the way we actually eat a custard apple, or the way we eat a pineapple, is actually not the proper way that most of us are consuming it the way it should be consumed. So we are not actually doing that. So there were a few videos that I actually went through to understand how to get more conscious about even the little acts that we do. And it takes time. It takes a lot of time because our programming for the past so many years is so hardwired into us that it really gets difficult to break out of that wiring. And in fact, I did an exercise with my own daughter the other day, and she is able to recite the alphabets in the reverse order without stopping, which I wasn't able to do. When I started writing my name for the complete name in the reverse order, it was actually very difficult, and my daughter could do the same thing in less than half the time that I did it in. Then I tried writing the alphabets, flipping it upside down, like creating a flip mirror image, and again, to my surprise, or not to my surprise, my daughter did much better than me. So I think after a certain age, or even while we are interacting with our kids, there is a lot to learn from them because they are just absorbing things. They are having their own perceptions, they are developing that. And maybe it's time to develop or go back into that perception, into that free form deception, into that into that free flowing perception that we as children once had. Maybe maybe life would then make more meaning. Maybe it'll be more fulfilling. Maybe we will find joy in the smallest of things that we actually crave from outside. And giving ourselves just 10 minutes in the day to do these kind of little exercises, to start becoming more conscious, more aware of what we are doing, makes all the difference. Let's try and become more aware. It's worth a try.